here with artist extraordinaire Joe Rotella, and he's brought this beautiful little mini book, which you found a great way to coordinate.
Yeah, we had gone on a cruise, and I was looking for a way to just show folks quickly what we did. And this little 8-page mini book is a breeze to make, and I decorated it with kaleidoscopes. What's cool is each page is also a little pocket. You could put tickets or ephemera.
Cool. I love things that are interactive.
I love it, and I love it that it's tiny, and it just sums up our whole trip in 8 pages.
It's a great little brag book. So how do we go about making these frames?
Well, the frames, I used Kaleidoscope software. And people think of kaleidoscopes as being round things, but they don't have to be. So I've got a picture here of some coral, just because it's pretty. It's something we saw on the trip. And as you move it around, you can actually see the kaleidoscope in that left-hand side. And you can shrink and enlarge that picture. So if we want to fit a little bit more fish, when we look at it full size, look
That's
at
so
all
cool
the
that it
fish.
actually comes out as a frame. For some reason, I thought it was just going to be a square and you were going to cut the center out.
No, and in fact, there are so many frame shapes. These are all the kinds of shapes, but if we go way down to the bottom, you could have a frame, say, with a circle in the center if you'd like, and it totally changes. Look at the colors that
Wouldn't it
picks
be
up.
cool to do a picture of you like in your scuba diving gear surrounded by all the coral or something like that?
It would, from here up. I only want that picture from here up. But I love the fact that you can make frames, and if you use the picture that you framed, you know the colors are going to go perfect.
That's great. You just print it out onto photo paper.
I printed it out on photo paper.
I can see you have some there.
I have some here.
What about the book?
The book is so easy. It's so easy. It's one sheet of paper, and that's all it is. You're going to take that sheet of paper, you're going to fold it in half, then you're going to open it back up, fold it in half, then again to get quarters, that's what I've done here.
Right.
When you're all done, go this way and cut a slit just to that one halfway point. And it's the fold that's so neat. You fold down, squeeze, and boom, there's your whole book.
That's awesome. And of course, this will all be on our website.
And then you just take any of your frames and attach them, put your picture underneath, and it's really how we made the entire book.
I like how you have so many different ways, and this is an interesting way of taking photographs from your trip and using them in a different way.
Yep. It reminds us of these little postcard books you used to buy.
Yeah, so let's look at the finished
cool.
book again for just a second here. And you can see how, you know, I love how you use, for instance, the name of the place that you went, that I'm assuming where you saw these flamingos. Are those plastic flamingos or real flamingos?
Real flamingos out of gardens.
It's been a long time since I've seen nature, apparently.
But you know, when you take a picture of a name, sometimes it's awkward to try to scrapbook. But here, in a kaleidoscope shape, the name just framed it perfectly.
I think that's a great idea. And I love that you're sort of saying, hey, this guy's a pirate.
It's
surrounded
true,
by pirates.
And you could use a kaleidoscope even as a background pattern. So I took the colors in the parrot, made this kaleidoscope, and then repeated it.
That's the parrot?
That's the parrot. Look at the blue and the red. It's going to go perfect.
Oh, that's awesome. And I see you just
popped
popped this up on some foam adhesive, which is still small enough to fit really nicely into this little book. That's awesome.
Another little frame. And you just like, you don't have to do a whole background. You could just do a strip. So this strip is actually the colors.
Wait, let me guess. Is this?
It's the chair.
That's awesome.
So if you have trouble coordinating papers, just print your own.
And this seashell frame, I actually thought this was pattern paper at first because it just looks so perfect, so great, so right for the scene, you know?
I could make you a piece.
That's awesome. So Joe, I know that you are the king of vintage. And so you are the thrift store man and you've come up with a great idea. What is it?
Well, I got 4 plates for $1.50 and I printed the kaleidoscopes on water slide decal paper.
Water slide decal paper.
And you just use an inkjet printer, nothing fancy. You're going to slide it into some lukewarm water. And you see how it curls like that?
Yes.
It's okay. This is just like those temporary tattoos if you were a kid.
Yeah.
That's all this is. So you leave it in here. Sometimes it's 10 to 20 seconds. You can tell when it's done because it'll actually just start to slide off. So we need just a few more seconds here. You can see there it's just starting to slide. See that?
Okay, so it tells you when it's ready.
It does. And if it's still sticky, you know, we want to give it just a couple more seconds. Then you're going to do just like the name implies.
And you're just going to slide it on off.
And it's going to be wet. It's going to seem messy. It's no worries. Look at that.
Is it going to adhere on there?
It is. What the backing is on a water slide decal is gum arabic, and there's enough on the back.
So when it dries, it's permanent.
It's just going to stick, and it's still wet enough
that you can slide it around to get perfect placement.
When you think you're done, just leave that sit overnight, and you're going to end up with a plate just like that. And I don't think I'd put any wet food on it, but cookies, candies.
And you could certainly make some little kaleidoscopes to go around the edge or one of those frame pieces. And I want to talk about some of these beautiful finished projects that you have here.
Well, the same thing here. We did a little Halloween set, and this is pumpkin frame. This was another thrift store find, and it's made from a vintage postcard of pumpkins.
That's
and
a great idea. It doesn't have to be photographs of people. It could be a scan of an item around your house.
And you know, glitter makes everything special.
Yes, it
so that's
does.
all you need is a little glitter. This is a big decal on a charger. And then the glass block, $2 at a flea market. $2. Took a picture of a lamp we found by the side of the road, and then water slide decal, and there it lights up. It makes a great little decoration.
That's awesome. So many different ways to use, you know, these neat shapes and your photos and reuse things. I love this so much.
Thank you.
And you're really creating your own paper for any kind of
We
use.
are. Kaleidoscopes means beautiful shapes, and so you can make any kind of shapes and use them any way you'd like.